everyone. I'm up here on Corona Heights, one of the highest peaks in San Francisco, and it's about 4:30 on Friday afternoon. The fires up in Sonoma and Napa have been raging since Sunday, and I just want you guys to take a look at the smoke that's piling into San Francisco right now. It smells like a campground. This is not fog, folks. This is actual smoke. And those fires are about 30 to 50 miles north of us here. So they're quite a ways away, but the way the wind's blowing, it's blowing all of that smoke right into the Bay Area. Normally we're looking out past downtown over the Bay Bridge. You can't even see the Bay Bridge at this point. You can't see the Bay. And Oakland would be back there. You can't see Oakland and the Oakland Hills. And normally we can see all the way to Mount Diablo. And looking north, this is where the fires are coming from, about 50 miles north. And normally you'd see the Golden Gate Bridge heading up into Marin and Mount Tam, and you can't see anything. And notice as we look up, it's a beautiful blue sky. Normally it'd be beautiful here, but this smoke is just settling in here. It smells like a campground, and it's all around us. There's Twin Peaks, and the sun is this odd kind of eclipse-ish red Mars color. It's very surreal. Beautiful view of Corona Heights. Of course, they're recommending that you stay indoors today. Definitely don't have any physical activity outside. Those with respiratory problems, watch out. I see a lot of people wearing masks, dust masks, and bandanas around town. Never seen that before here. It's like we're in Beijing, someplace in China with like really bad air pollution. I'm not wearing a mask right now. I figure the air pollution isn't all that bad. As we know, air pollution is a matter of dose and exposure. And the dose right now, it's not that thick. Like I said, it just kind of smells like a campground. And the exposure, being out here for an hour or so, I'm not too worried about it. But if this was my everyday life, every day I woke up like this, then yeah, I'd probably be wearing a mask or living somewhere else, hopefully. Another really interesting thing from an environmental science perspective about this whole phenomenon is the wind. Of course, the wind, these high winds that have been coming in have been fueling the fires. That's part of what's making them so intense, coming off the California coast, 50 miles, 60 mile an hour gusts. And we're feeling it here in San Francisco. But as the winds change, it clears up sometimes, and then sometimes it's really, really smoky. It depends on which way the wind is blowing. This morning we woke up to a beautiful, crisp, clear morning, like you get this time of year, and it turned into a beautiful day with 80-degree temperatures. Just beautiful. No smell of smoke or no smoke in the air. But as soon as the winds changed, everything changed, and that's what's been going on all week. All right, we're back safe and sound in the apartment. I wanted to wrap up by just saying this is a perfect illustration of the interconnectedness and the interface between humans and the environment that we see all the time and talk about in AP Environmental Science. You have so many layers coming together here, like the natural dry climate of California this time of year, Northern California. We don't get any rain all summer. It's dry, it's hot. We have annual grasses up here that are dry as a bone. And now you have even hotter temperatures in recent years, which makes it even more dry. And then our forest management practices, as you learned in class, these forest management practices suppress fires, which is good because we don't want people to die and houses to burn. But that means that we're getting more and more wood, more and more fuel in the forests, which makes it really, really intense if there is a fire. And then, of course, the development of houses and businesses and vineyards and agriculture and everything that's going on in Northern California. It's a beautiful place to live. Everybody wants to live here. And so you got a lot of people living in this dry climate surrounded by forests that are too packed with wood. All you need is a spark. And there's plenty of ways to get a spark, too many ways, even by accident. So once you have that spark and a fire starts and you add some wind to it, this is a recipe for disaster, folks, and that's where we're at right now. In environmental science, we keep talking about these issues. Of course, the next question is, what can we do about it? Well, in a way, there's not a lot we can do. But in another way, there is a lot we can do. So that's the kind of stuff that we talk about in class. All right, stay safe out there.